Hi, this is Mary Kay with Country Music Matters, and we're introducing to you Waterloo Revival.
What's up, guys?
What's up, yo?
So let's have some names.
I'm Cody.
I'm George.
And how did you guys get together, and what's with this name, Waterloo Revival?
That's an excellent question. So Cody and I have known each other since 6th grade. Been friends forever. And I saw that he was carrying a guitar. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And so I kind of bothered him until he agreed to start kind of playing songs with me. He taught me how to play guitar. We started a band in high school, have played together ever since. And after we graduated college, we decided to give it a real shot and started just playing bars in Texas and got discovered by Toby Keith's manager, TK Kimbrell, who flew to Austin to see us play and ended up signing us, moving to Nashville. We got a record deal, and now we have no idea how we're here, but we're glad to be here.
So,
And,
go ahead.
I was gonna say the name Waterloo Revival came from we grew up in Austin, Texas, and that music scene's what got us started in music. If we didn't grow up in that area and that sort of culture, we probably wouldn't have ever tried to pursue this thing full time. And we wanted to do some way to pay tribute to the city in a less blatant way, basically. And little known fact is that Austin was originally founded as Waterloo, Texas, and then they renamed it. And we thought it was a cooler way to
Subtle nod to the hometown.
subtle nod.
Yeah.
Texas is big music scene.
It is.
It is.
It's a big state. We got big hamburgers.
Big brisket.
Big brisket. Okay. But did you play a lot at? Who have you played with in Texas? I mean, there's so many now Texas artists. Were you even in the area where some of these people are?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we've
we're
opened
pretty
for a lot of Red Dirt artists when we were kind of cutting our teeth out there. Reckless Kelly were some of our favorite guys that we played with out there. Randy Rogers,
Kevin
Wade
Fowler.
Bowen. Yeah. So we
yeah.
played with all those guys. And we learned a lot. You know, the Texas scene is really about storytelling in that Red Dirt country music. And so I think we're really thankful that we were kind of able to grow up in both worlds where you really focus on the storytelling aspects of Texas country music, and then you come to Nashville that pulls off of a lot of different genres as far as influence goes, and you get some rock and some pop and stuff in your Nashville country music. And to be between those two worlds is pretty cool. Get the best of both.
So 2013 was your first 5-song EP.
Yeah.
It was.
What songs and why those songs that you used?
So that EP, that was one that we were doing when we really we just started trying to branch out from the Austin area. We wanted to have some content, obviously, with to get some bars booked, and just wanted to see if we could get our name out there as best we could. And we really did. That was a crowdfunded EP from all our friends, family, and anyone that had come out to see our shows. We'd, tell them all to look up the link and donate if they wanted to. And it was basically the songs that were resonating with audience at the time. And is what really got us started. And
it's kind of how we knew we had something, that our friends ended up getting together and paying for our record instantly.
Yeah.
And that was something like, okay, maybe this is something we should take more seriously. And that was really, really special, and we're still unbelievably thankful for that support.
Crowdfunding is almost like a tip jar.
Yeah, it's like an
pretty
online
much
tip
like
jar, basically.
an online tip
Yeah.
jar. It's not on the stage, but it's kind of on the stage to keep you guys on the stage.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let us know people believed in us.
So 2016, like you said, you signed with Show Dog.
Yeah.
How was that like? When you guys got approached, you're like thinking, oh yeah, okay.
Well, we had moved to Nashville, and we had some stuff going before, and we kind of found ourselves in a place where we didn't have anybody for the first time in our ear telling us what to do, and we decided we were going to make the EP that we wanted to make, which eventually became our Front Row EP. And after we finished recording that, we got a call from our manager, and he was like, hey, I just played this EP for Toby Keith, and he wants to sign you guys to a record deal. And we're both like, are you serious?
Yeah. You think you were being punked?
Yeah, exactly. So it took us no time at all to say yes, and it's been an incredible partnership. He's been a huge support system.
Toured with him,
mentor
you
for
name it.
us.
He's been amazing.
It's been really
What is
special.
some of the most impressive thing you've learned from him and about him?
I think the most impressive thing I've learned about Toby is just his talent as a songwriter. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of these Nashville stars write some of their own songs, but not all of their own songs. They get to pick from the best of the best, and that's what you need to stay relevant and stay at the top of the game. Well, Toby's had 30 number ones, and he's written almost all of them, and most of them by himself, which is absolutely unbelievable. The fact that he wrote "Should Have Been a Cowboy" by himself on an acoustic guitar, the most played song of the 90s on the radio, is just, to me, like, not only is a superstar, incredible entertainer, but also writing like that. That's something that we definitely aspire to do,
I definitely learned from him, and just it's cool because the more you get to know him and see him out there, that he's just unabashedly himself. And it's really easy to come to Nashville or to get associated with some labels and try to fit the mold of what you think people want you to be. And he's like a spitting example of if you just stick to yourself and just be yourself. It's the thing that's going to last the longest.
People
and be the
believe
most
you.
endearing.
Yeah, exactly.
What are some of the biggest roadblocks that you have found since you transitioned over here to Nashville?
I mean, there's basically only roadblock. There are no open roads in the music industry.
Yeah.
If you're taking
We've
notes
had
at home.
record deals that come and go. We've
Yeah.
had, I mean, you name it. But more than anything, it's just fans will always stick by you as long as you're being true to yourself. And we're out, found ourselves independent again, and decided, we had all these songs we've been writing for the past year and a half, and we're like, let's put out the songs we've always wanted to put out. And it resonated, and it's with every hurdle you find a way to jump over it, and it makes you stronger.
Yeah.
What do you like to write about most?
Having fun.
Yeah.
I think like our goal is to make people feel good, forget about their problems, want to roll down the window and just like enjoy their day. And I think that's what we try to convey in our music is just, the stuff that we recall with like a fond smile of, our past growing up, cutting loose. And we try to write about that in our music.
And you guys have probably done a lot of covers, as a band.
Yeah, of
You kind
course.
of mix and you knew. Who just has always been somebody you go to, your go-to person?
We love covering Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Red Dirt Road is one of our favorite covers we play in our set. So, yeah.
Definitely. Who have you opened for or toured with other than Toby?
Rascal Flatts, Brett Eldridge,
Lee Bryce, Scotty McCreery.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it, there's
Sheldon.
been a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we played with just about
There had to be a
everybody
ton of
on TV,
lessons
which is pretty
learned
cool.
there, and I bet a
yeah.
ton of pranks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nobody's gonna, as a new act, nobody's gonna let you off easy. So like on the Toby tour, for instance, every time we got to our green room, obviously our band name is Waterloo Revival, and it would be like Waterloo Recital dressing room. Or,
Yeah, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Like,
Yeah.
and so they like to have a good time with you on the road.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's,
Now, you guys sat down maybe and with your other label mates, with Lance and Crystal, have you guys done anything with them?
They're really good friends
Yeah,
of
we're
ours. Yeah.
just chatting with them today.
We share music with them. We share stories of the road with them. It's like a little family. So we are so excited to see them having some success with their new music. We really believe in them. We think they're incredibly talented,
Yeah.
and they've been big supporters of ours too. So.
We met Lance last year for the first time, and immediately this kid got to my heart.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
charismatic guy.
And then when I had when they said this, I said, "Oh yes, I think even without Crystal, I would have wanted to sit with him. He's
Yeah.
just that guy.
yeah,
Oh, he's great.
He's just
He's a great
definitely
songwriter
that
too.
guy.
So we write songs with Lance also.
Yeah.
So is this your first CMA Fest doing this as artists?
No, this
No?
is our fourth one actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been here as fans?
No, we hadn't actually.
We luckily
so
just went straight
It was a
into
hike from Texas.
Yeah.
And so we basically got here, signed a record deal, and we're like, here's the
Hit the ground
CMA
running.
Fest stage. Like,
Yeah.
go for it.
So are your musical backgrounds in your family?
Not really,
Shockingly,
actually. Yeah.
no. Yeah, nobody in our family plays music, but growing up in Austin, it's just so hard not to become involved with it because it's such a part of the culture. So.
How do you feel? Like, what are some of your female country artists? There's a lot of them out there. They're really moving
Oh, yeah. There's some
like
great ones.
moving the
current or
boards
more,
up. Anybody,
uh,
just
like-
current, who you
Yeah,
like.
I mean, obviously, Kelsey Ballerini is killing it
great.
right now. I think she's an incredible songwriter, singer, everything. Cam is probably the best female vocalist.
Yeah,
I've
she played
ever
earlier
heard.
today. She's awesome.
She's incredible. But I mean, more like a song like Strawberry Wine is like
Dina
Dina
Carter.
Carter, like
Yeah.
that gives you like every second of nostalgia from like growing
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean? I think that was like one of the greatest all time. You know,
Absolutely.
so
Have you guys played the Ryman yet?
3 times, yeah.
And the first time, how, like, did you believe it when they said you want to
goosebumps.
play?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
for they actually do, I think it's November and December, they'll do like a throwback Opry where they start hosting the Opry at the Ryman again. And so we got to play the Opry at pretty much the original Opry house, which was the craziest thing.
I
Yeah.
remember I went to go take the first time, take my microphone off the mic stand to go work either side of the stage, and my hand was shaking so bad I had to go back to the mic stand and put it on.
That's like almost
Yeah.
you've arrived.
Yeah.
You know, and you have that platform, and that everybody from everywhere. I mean, people
Yeah.
come from all
we
over
still
for
get
that.
people from anywhere in the country will say they saw us for the first time in their life.
Now, you have felt probably over the years your fan base has just exploded.
It's grown a lot. It's grown a lot, which has been really special for us
Yeah.
just to connect. You
And
know.
a lot of artists say when they sing my songs back,
Yeah.
That's like the biggest thank you.
was
That's the
unbelievable.
biggest.
And still to
that's-
this day, we can't
Yeah.
wrap our head around
And
that.
especially sometimes when it's in, cities we haven't played before. And
Yeah.
you show, it's like, I don't even know how these people,
Yeah.
like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, social media is the key.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It is.
So what do we have going on the rest of the year? We have new music out.
Yeah,
we have new
very
music coming.
exciting stuff coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just turned in our new record to the label, so they're in the process of picking a new single. Cody and I have been working really hard writing
Yeah.
for the last 2 years, and we finally got to go in the studio and cut everything, and we're pretty over the moon with the way it turned out. So I think this is going to be our year.
Yeah. New music, lots of road shows, festivals, you name it.
I know, as songwriters, you guys probably stockpile a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get your ideas from maybe a phrase or something you see.
Exactly.
It's got to be tough to sit down and try to, because you probably don't gear towards, this is what I'm gearing towards on this album. You just want to put your best out. How do you pick? I mean,
It's so hard.
That's
And
got
we've
to be
actually
hard.
brought in a team to pick for us because we get so close to it, and it just, it changes our blood sugar that day. It's like,
Yeah.
well, this was my favorite, but now this is my favorite.
Kind of sick of
Like,
it. Oh, no, I like this one.
I mean, we probably got 150 songs in a
Yeah.
Dropbox, and they had to whittle it down to a record. So
Yeah.
it's
Took a couple months.
Thank
to get
God
it
we
whittled
didn't
down.
have to do that. I mean, we definitely had like 2 or 3 that were like, no matter what, these have to be on the
yeah.
project.
Now, who have you co-written with?
Gosh, everybody in town. Well, some of our favorites, a guy named Ryan Tyndall. He's from Texas also, so we really hit it off with him. He wrote Springsteen for Eric Church. He's written with us a bunch for this new record. Jason Massey,
great.
who produces Kelsey Ballerini.
Wrote with David Lee Murphy.
David Lee Murphy.
Wrote with
yeah.
the Ross Cofferman, Ashley Gorley, Jimmy Robbins, all those people. I mean,
So it's been
There's
a
so
pretty
many good
collaborative
people.
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. We've learned a ton. Like just getting in the room with some of these #1 writers. You're like, that's a trick I'm going to remember from now on. The way you twisted that phrase. That's
Now, is it scary, or it can be probably both scary and advantageous to write with somebody you've never written with
there's
before?
always
like somebody.
that break the ice.
Yeah,
moment.
Yeah.
Because songwriting is probably your most vulnerable state. You're like, these are my emotions. This is how I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, it's usually within the first 10 minutes, and you get going. You start bouncing stuff back and forth. It's like you've known
And you
each
get
other.
fresh ideas,
yeah.
probably.
Once you get going, you usually get going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have they ever, like, at any point, made you change your mind on something like, well, maybe I'll look at that different, or something?
Oh,
Sometimes,
100%.
yeah.
I mean, we talk each other in and out of lines all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the socials, where can we find you guys?
Anything Waterloo Revival. We're Waterloo Revival on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We just got a brand new shiny website with all the bells and whistles that I hope you'll go check out, waterloorevival.com.
Yep.
Finish each other's sentences. That's how much we hang out. But it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come say hi to us. We'll hit you back.
Now, your family's got to be some of your bigger supporters. Did they ever at one time shake their heads and say, are you kids sure?
Yeah, there's definitely like moments, but we've been super fortunate with how everything lined up timeline-wise for us, and we at least still had some day jobs here and there when we were touring around Texas, and then we really didn't throw in the hat with those until stuff was really taking off for us when we absolutely had to.
I
And
mean, we said we were going to finish college. We did.
Yeah.
Barely.
Did the desk job.
And and then we're like, we got to chase this dream, and they got that, and now I think it's pretty fulfilling for them to see on the other side that it worked.
Yeah.
So
Well, guys, thank you for your time. It's great to meet you finally,
Thanks,
and
Mary.
we look
Thanks
forward
for
to see
having
what's
us.
going on the rest of the year. Enjoy your CMA fest.
All right,
Thanks,
we
you
will.
too.